Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of House of Slaughter, issue number 6, the beginning of a new story arc, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to this. We begin this new story arc with a rocky shoreline of an island. When we see the island, the light is flat and gray as though the sky is overcast, and the lake picks up that color. The rocks along the shore are darker gray and the sand is pale. It could be moonlight as well, but it's certainly not the warmth and the brightness of the full sunlight. In other words, it's not inviting at all. We draw closer to a body of this young woman washed ashore. A while later, a group of young boys looking like Boy Scouts discover her body, and to their horror, her eyes are removed. The sheer terror when the color turns red. The panel shifts to the House of Slaughter. Edwin, a Scarlet Mask, a Red Mask, plays chess against a young White Mask, a boy with no arms. A quick reminder that each color mask serves a certain role in the House of Slaughter. Red Masks are Scarlet Masks. They keep track in the house. Some call them servants, but the real function is to be the bookkeepers of the order and track the lives of all the hunters and make things easy on them. And the hunters being the White Masks who hunt in groups and the Black Masks who hunt solo. They're like the thankless, they have a very thankless job because they hunt monsters on their own. The younger boy beats him, and Jerde, if I'm saying her name correctly, a fellow Scarlet Masks, make fun of him. Edwin blames it on the fact that the younger boy doesn't know how to play chess properly, despite Edwin memorizing strategies from the books he reads. Those books don't account for that kid in the White Mask and his disorder and his dysfunction when he plays chess. In this panel right here, there is a lot of exposition going on, and don't get me wrong, the conversation is very engaging, but in short, Jerde believes Edwin is jealous of the White Mask because Edwin is jealous of the White Mask Slaughter de Emilio, that's his name, Slaughter de Emilio, the boy with no arms who beat Edwin in chess because he reminds Edwin how useless he is. I can see how she gets to that conclusion by the way he shows contempt for the young boy who beats him at chess regularly. Edwin walks away and ends with, "Oh, Jerde, why would I be jealous of someone the White Mask used as bait?" I love the references of something is killing the children here. I mean, why not? This is the spin-off. Edwin returns to his room where he picks up a paintbrush and copies a heralded dragon into a sketchbook. That's his release. That's his, I guess, his vice. Sketching. We're just going off of that here because we're introduced to a new character. A Scarlet Masks. Master Colin wants a word with Edwin and tells him he has an assignment for him. This is connected to the body found on Lake Michigan in the beginning of the issue, the woman that was missing her eyes. This is not entirely unexpected, but I am loving the tension and story building here. So what is this mission? Master Colin wants Edwin to go to the camp off Lake Michigan, and he'll be doing it alone. But Master Colin's like, don't fret, don't be afraid. It's more of a reconnaissance mission than anything. And besides, hunters are a rare commodity since Erica Slaughter went AWOL, referencing the previous issues 1 through 15. You're more than welcome to check out that story arc or that full story. I'll put the link in the description as well as the card at the end of this video as well. So he gives him the details. It was the body of a 9-year-old girl washed up the shore on Camp Sturgeon earlier this month. When a group of children found her, her eyes went missing. So Edwin was like, and you suspect the monster was involved? Before you do that, let me continue. She had gone missing from her family's vacation home 3 days earlier. Unattended children drowned. Fish get hungry. It's odd, but not unexplainable, not uncommon even. Soon after, a camper lost his left eye in the archery incident, which is that kid right there in the picture. Last week, a group of boys were sent home to quarantine after an outbreak of pink eye, black eyes, scratched corneas, and other more typical childhood injuries that don't appear to be on the rise, but considering the density of the ocular incidents at what appears to be a largely unsupervised camp, we're concerned that campers won't come to the same logical conclusion. All that speculation and fears how monsters are born. It's a hotbed up in there, and I need you to check it out. And this is obviously referencing in Something's Killing the Children issue 1 through 15, where these monsters are formed by the imagination of these children, and when they manifest for real, and they kill the children, but adults can't see. This is awesome. I love this continuation right here. Master Colin's like, if that's the case, it would be best to send a group of White Masks now while the potential outbreak can be contained. But Edwin's like, I just don't get it. Why do you want me? Why do you feel I need to be on this particular job? And Master Colin's like, okay, it's because you lack an intuitive understanding that are clouded by others. So perhaps a parable will be easier for you to understand. Everyone's like, I'm doubtful. So here goes the parable, which is very interesting. Last spring, 3 ecology graduates graduates were tracking Grizzly in the field when they noticed an odd behavior. The bears had been obfuscating their own footprints. One student suggests the bears were mirroring the behavior of other campers. Another cited the dwindling food supply. And the other student cited that their paws are irritated by embedded glass and plastics from the rummaging through unsealed garbage bins. So Master Collins asked Edwin, now what do you think those footprints mean, Edwin? And we get this awesome panel of these bears just demolishing these students. They were bears, that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, Edwin, exactly. Now I need to get on the island and sort through all the fluff. Let me know what it is, report back to me, and let me know what we need to do. So Edwin gets to the island. He takes his paintbrush, which is like his own Oscar type, like those totems that the monsters that are contained inside talk to them. The paintbrush is like, don't you dare disrespect me by painting these monsters and wasting valuable monster blood. It's just disrespectful. Okay, says Edwin. What do you want me to paint? Do you sense any monsters around? Now you're quiet. Maybe he does sense monsters around. So that kid who lost his eye in the file approaches Edwin's like, hey, he tells him, like, I'm painting here, that's what I'm doing here. Those paintings are really cool, says the kid. I wish I could draw like that. I wanted to be an artist. Edwin's like, well, why can't you? Ever since I lost my eye, says the kid, I don't know. I just can't see things right. It's all flat. And Edwin's like, that's not the problem. If you can't see what's in front of you, you could always look to your mind's eye. What's my mind's eye, says the kid. Close your eyes. Do you see anything? Not really. And we get the POV, the point of view of this kid closing his eyes. And Edwin's like, I bet losing your eye makes you really sad and losing your mind. Imagine. I mean, whose fault is it? What fault is it? What did you see? Do your friends think of anything? Do they know who hurt you? Are you afraid of something? Keep your eyes closed. Do you see it? And the kid's like, no. And he opens his eyes and Edwin tells her, no, close your eyes again. What does it look like? That thing that took your eye, does it have a shape? I don't know. I can't see anything. Then we get this glaring image of the monster that did take his eye, which scares the crap out of this kid. And this kid kind of like recovers quickly, kind of like he saw the monster, but he's in denial from actually seeing the monster that took his eye. So an adult runs out. Everything all right there, camper? What are you doing here, sir? And Edwin answers, hey, I'm just here looking for some interesting scenes to paint. I didn't realize I'm trespassing. And the guy's like, painter, huh? He opens his book. He sees this monster that he drew in his book because Edwin had his flashbacks that he just likes to paint to release, But he doesn't see it. The guy doesn't see it. Those pages appear blank to him. So he tells him, close the book, give the book back to Edwin. And he's like, look, I'm sorry to send you away empty-handed, but it's for the protection of the children. I'm sure you get it. Oh yeah, I do. I understand. So Edwin leaves and the guy looks at Edwin leaving. He's like, do you need me to call something or someone? It's getting pretty disorienting when the fog's roll in. Are you gonna make it back safe? Yeah, don't worry. I'll make it back just safe. Don't worry about me. So as Edwin leaves, he has a conversation with Master Collins. What did the guy tell you? Nothing, says Edwin. Are you sure? He didn't say anything. If anything he said scared you, Edwin, do not keep it to yourself, says Master Collins. Yeah, okay. And that's the end of this issue right there. In conclusion, here's my thoughts. I mean, it's just the beginning of a new story arc, so I like the tension building here. We didn't get much, but we got some. House of Slaughter number 6 benefits from having some familiarity with the world and the setting. That said, of the exploration of a new and fascinating facet of House of Slaughter makes this issue more accessible to someone new to the book. But to have more context, you definitely need to check out House of Slaughter 1 through 5, which I did do a full story review on, and also Something's Killed the Children 1 through 15. And hey, I'm all for you guys watching more of our videos. But link in the description if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. I think it's well worth it, and I'm excited to see where this story is going to build to. With that being said, House of Slaughter, issue number 6. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy and don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.